If it's not Street Fighter 2, then they're shoving Monster Hunter down your throat. Pause. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a new leverless controller coming out. I stumbled across the Victrix Pro KO leverless fight stick, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. This isn't a bad looking stick. To be honest, it's pretty decent. My problem isn't with Victrix. My problem is with Capcom. Capcom will not let go of Street Fighter 2, and I am sick of it. It's either Street Fighter 2 or the latest Street Fighter game. They don't acknowledge anything in between. You have to go through like the niche brands to see merchandise around other Street Fighter games. And it's pretty much just third strike. No one acknowledges Street Fighter 1. No one for sure acknowledges Alpha. 4 and 5 might as well not exist anymore because Capcom's not going to do anything with those either. So all we have is Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 2 released in 1991. And that's about 35 years ago. It's obviously Capcom's best-selling fighting game because they release it on everything. A T81 calculator can run it. An Apple Watch can run it. Street Fighter 2 to Capcom is doomed to the modding community. Can it run Doom? If it can run Doom, it can run Street Fighter 2. My problem is that they keep re-releasing all these inferior versions of Street Fighter 2 for the sake of like padding the package. Sure, they could just release Hyper Street Fighter 2 and have all of that in one, but you know what? That makes too much sense. They could just release Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. But you know what? That makes too much sense. They could go with HD Remix. That too makes too much sense. In fact, you'll never see HD Remix released again. When was the last time we've gotten a new version of Street Fighter 2?
I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
May 2017. And I think that's a Switch exclusive. They're not going to release that outside of the Switch because of that extra mode they could just easily get rid of. But Hyper Street Fighter 2 in 2003? Okay. You want to do that? That'd have been fine. And my problem is most people have fond memories of Super Turbo, especially people my age. They're going with Champion Edition. This is the version that just introduced the boss characters as playable characters as well. This isn't the version with Cammy, T-Hawk, DJ, and Fei Long. I don't get what Capcom's obsession with Champion Edition is. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't get it. At this point, it's time to take Old Yeller out back and put Old Yeller down. I don't want to keep buying compilations that have every inferior version of Street Fighter 2, but I can't get Ultra in a compilation, and I can't get HD Remix in a compilation. The best I can get is Hyper Street Fighter 2, and I don't even think that released in the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. I think that actually just released in the Capcom arcade. I know I have it. I think I have it. Just back up and sell Super Turbo if you're just gonna keep Street Fighter 2ing us to death. You keep bagging up and selling this stuff to people that think Street Fighter peaked at Street Fighter 2 because they didn't play 3, 4, 5, 6, or even Alpha. And I did this video and it interrupted me editing other videos because quite frankly, I'm just tired of them doing this. Street Fighter 2 doesn't even have like a cool aesthetic anymore. Like, let go of the 90s. I would be perfectly fine if Capcom was like, hey, we're going to lean into the Alpha 3 aesthetic and start pushing merch like that. Or even, what was it, Media 1-Up? They had the Alpha 2 arcade. That's fire. That's a fire cabinet. It's not Street Fighter 2, which makes it even better. We're not going to get every version of Street Fighter Alpha that's ever existed. So not 1, 2, 2 gold, and 3 in every version of 3. Because let's be honest, the PSP version, I believe, was the best version of Street Fighter Alpha 3 as far as characters and stuff. We'll never get that fully fledged version. I'm just kind of fed up with Capcom in this regard because I swear, if it's not Street Fighter 2, then they're shoving Monster Hunter down your throat. Pause. Or it's Mega Man. And it's not a new Mega Man. It's the old Mega Man. I would love for Capcom to just start doing stuff with Alpha. Alpha 3 may have not have been the most competitively viable Street Fighter Alpha game, but the aesthetic is hard. Pause if applicable. That's my favorite Alpha. The aesthetic is fire. The music's fire. Stop being cowards. I feel like what they really need to do, Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, WrestleMania. Just look at Street Fighter 2, say, I'm sorry, I love you, and put it down. Think it's time. I get that this is one of the highest selling fighting games of all time because you keep trying to bag it up and sell it again. Let it go. This is such a cheap product to turn around. Not cheap in quality, but very cheap to mass produce and license out. But please, for the love of God, the 90s were 36 years ago. I know because I was born in 90. Let it go. I don't want 40 years of Street Fighter 2. I didn't want 30. I didn't want 20. Let it go. I don't know what it's going to take for you guys to stop. You're trying to wring this washcloth. There's no more water out of it. I know it still makes you money, but like, damn, like, please, for the love of all that's holy, let go of Street Fighter 2. Give Alpha a chance. Give Street Fighter 3 a chance. Hell, you know what? I'd be fine. You know what? Go ahead with Street Fighter 2. But just, instead of doing all that, just put Ultra Street Fighter 2. Stop giving us every version of Street Fighter 2 except for HD Remake. And just put out Ultra. Make a cabinet of that. How about that, Capcom? If you're going to keep milking Street Fighter 2, milk the latest version. But it's only on one console. How about that?